Go download my free legato course right now and learn to play fast in the fastest way possible. Hello! Let's talk about exercises again. In this video I have two crucial insights for you, two ways of practicing that you can use whenever you hit a plateau with something, you can't seem to push beyond it. And the first one is the stop and evaluate method. And that is a thing that you really need to have in your arsenal of tools whenever you're facing something that seems impossible. So what do I mean by stop and evaluate? I mean that when you play something like... you can actually feel whether, if you stop and evaluate, instead of just playing it in a loop like, right? If you stop and just play one instance of it, then you can actually, once you're done with it, you can hear, where did I go wrong? What notes were not perfect? It was something with the string shifting there. You can feel that. Also, it might be chords as well. You might be practicing 4 chords and, that shift to D major, whatever, is really hard. And so what you do is you play the chord before, right? And then you force yourself to actually do it in real tempo, right? At the fastest level you can, but you might not get it quite right. So you adjust by saying, what was that? Oh, my first finger went too low. Let me try to do it at the same tempo without slowing down. Same tempo, but be focused on my first finger. Oh, still, it's the same place. Let me see. Yeah, I got it right. Right? So you actually practice at a full tempo, which I never recommend. I always recommend taking it down and then moving up like that. Slow down so you can do it perfectly and then work perfectly all the way up without making mistakes. But in this case, you can do the other thing as well, but you have to stop and evaluate. Don't practice in a loop at a high tempo where you can't get things right, because your brain will learn how to do things not right, because that's what you do thousands of times. You play a chord progression where you're not playing the chords right. So the brain goes, oh, we're getting really good at playing chords that doesn't sound right, right? That doesn't make sense, so stop that. So you either slow down or you use a specific method where the brain can evaluate and actually be conscious of the mistakes it makes, and then do another attempt, and do another attempt. It's the same practice method you do if you're trying to hit a goal in football or soccer, right? You do an attempt, bam, you hit the ball, and you oh, how did that go? Okay, let me see if I can adjust. And you go, bam, a little bit to the left there, and then, bam, and then you try and fail and fail and fail and try and fail and fail, right? And suddenly, boom, you get it. And then, what was that? How did that feel, right? Or you're trying to put a ball through a hoop, or whatever it is where you have gravity involved that you can't scale, you can't do it slowly, right? That's the same practice method. Here, you get a chance to use that method, and that, along with playing at a tempo where you can get everything right, pulling back and moving forward using the stop and evaluate method, you can hit the same challenge from 2 different angles. And that might very well make you push through the challenge that you're facing. So let me give you a couple of examples. We got the chords down here. Let me say I have a problem with going from string to string when it's alternate picking. Instead of going and getting the first note on each string wrong because I have a hard time doing the string shifting, I might identify where the mistake is. What is hard? And then I play, and it might actually sound like this. It seems like there's a string ringing out. And then I adjust my thumb, I adjust my finger. If I just have a problem with the string shifting, I might go, because then the string shifting is right what I just did, right? I go string shift, 8, 10, 12 B string, and then I hit the 8th fret on the high E string with an upstroke. Yeah, string ringing out again. And then I can try, and then you are really focused on what you're doing and feeling every single inconsistency in your playing. You can use this everywhere, no matter what it is that you're trying to do, when it's a physical, motorical thing where you need to perform anything. Whether it be hitting a goal, a hoop, or playing chords, or figuring out a special technique like... But of course, if you play a lot of things, if you play an entire solo and then stop and evaluate, it won't work, right? It has to be small. It has to be a little thing that encapsulates the technical challenges of performing that technique. So think about this, write it down, stop and evaluate. And if you're working on something right now, like, chords, technique, whatever it is, economy picking, then, use this right away so you learn to use it. Instead of forgetting about this video, then apply it right away. See what it does for you. You can actually practice fast, which is something I rarely recommend since you build in a lot of mistakes, but not in this case. And we have a new program out. You can go to our website, check it out. It's exercises for each of the well-known guitar techniques like tapping, string skipping, alternate picking, legato, hammer-ons and pull-offs, economy picking, sweep picking, all of them. Exercises that encapsulates the challenge of that technique so you can focus where it means the most. And go check it out and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video, and don't forget to leave a comment. Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.